show, the Founder Story, where we bring in founders to come and say their story, basically how they started, their experiences, challenges they face, as well as impact knowledge into different people's minds. Yes, and on the show with us today, we have none other than Samuel Opehe. He is an eco evangelist, a digital innovator, alongside a host of many other roles. Honestly, if you're just joining us, I would say you've missed a lot because he is full of, a lot of ideas. He has this big initiative. He has a lot to give, and please, to the end of the show, you guys should just listen and trust me, you will be blessed. So, Samuel, if I may ask, can you just give us a breakdown of what you do? The ECO, what is it about? What is the service you're rendering? What are you aiming at? A lot of people, we're hearing all these things, but what exactly is the goal for ECO?
Okay. So the goal for ECO is that we all connect our goals together, create collaboration, and create the economy that we want to see. Mm-hmm. And I know it's in all of our minds. Mm-hmm. Everybody has it in their mind. They want a new economy, a new way of doing business, a new way of us valuing ourselves. Mm-hmm. So I want to say here today that the download for ECO and the development of ECO is something that we'll all develop together eventually. That's why I said that you're all my team. But for now, what we do at the moment is try to connect individuals and organizations together for the problem that exists using a particular metrics. So again, the ECO stands for environment, community, and organization. And if you were measuring any place, any person, any product or services, if you use these metrics, you would be able to see your impact, your value, and the sustainability that you could be if you are going to last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Sometimes I think, why did this organization still exist when it's so outdated? It doesn't work anymore. It's like deleting an app off my phone. Why can't I delete an organization if it's not doing some change anymore? So what we're trying to do now with the ECO is develop a platform where individuals and organizations can sign up, and it can be a new type of social media, a new type of Facebook, a new type of Instagram. But this one now, we're not telling you to message your friends. Don't use it as a messaging tool. Use it as a way to vote for the problems that existed that people have put on the platform. Use it as a way to share ideas on the solution that we want to give, and use it as a way to fulfill tasks. So at the moment, we're only allowing SMEs, charities, NGOs to sign up on the platform because we feel like they're the ones that are actually only making impact and value that are actually sustainable. So if a charity went and gave food to a particular place, they sustain them for a day because we don't know how they were eating before we went there and gave them food. So we can measure that one. And so we welcome these charities to come on our platform and sign up and put those tasks that they're telling their volunteers to do on the platform so we can see the skills that those volunteers are using. When they do this, the next step that happened after that, as soon as you finish this task, you're done with solving this problem, there's a rating system. Either the organization rates you for what you did, or if it was an individual that just gave you that task, they rate you on it and it matches up to your skill. So let's say, for instance, you use the skill communication, which I think LinkedIn has just let skills on there, but nothing's happening with what they've put the skills to do there because there's no engagement. So now when you finish with the skills, like an Uber, someone gives you a 5-star, on the ECO, we give you a point for it. And so that point shows that you have used your skills, credibility. Thank you. Now that's the next step. Also, organizations that are doing tasks or doing projects, we want them to be able to use the platform, which we've not built now, but is a coming soon part. It is a part of like, who are the people in your organization? They don't need to be called managers or HR person. You just need to be able to know which role, how much impact they make. Are they just ambassadors that are just coming in, which are the new graduates? Are they leaders that already understood what your organization is doing and now making impact through your organization to the city? Or are they partners now which are now sharing the value of the organization, also leading the organization, but also training the ambassadors? These are the levels you need to start putting in your organization, and the ECO offers this to the organization as well. We are limited to build this thing that we're talking about because, again, we're not getting the support that we need from organizations. So we're welcoming organizations now to support us to actually move to the next step. You know, you can go on our platform of www.fortheecho.com and you would read all about what it is there. And if you feel like you can donate to us, we have a button at the bottom there to give us as much support as you can. But one thing I want to say, the reason why ECHO exists is for human capital in Africa. One thing that touches my heart a lot is the ability that I'm not credible to go work in the Western country until I've studied in the Western country. Another thing that makes me credible is I cannot get a good job in Nigeria until I've studied abroad. It was the first thing you said to me here about how do you feel?
I told him like people that travel out and come back, they're hot cake, but it is what it is.
Yes, but this cake is not hot anymore. Yeah, so it's not about making the cake hot now, it's about making the cake better for everybody, so you have a piece of the pie. I want you to take a piece of me today, and when I go away, you're like, Sam said something to my mind today that was something that was valuable to me. That's what capital should become now. Capital should become valuable, not profit making. Another part I'll talk to the investment bankers about another day. But I think that the ECHO is really trying to focus on human capital as an individual, but also focus on different type of communities and how they're represented, but also focus on how organizations are creating this inclusivity, this transparency, and this accountability for what they do in a particular place. If you are Nestle and you are in Lagos, I want to know what you are doing in the environment, community, and organizations of Lagos. If you are Nestle and you are in Kaduna, I want to know what you are doing in the environment, community, and organizations of Kaduna. Why am I saying that? I'm not saying it because I want to call you out when you have done something wrong when it comes to accounting, or when you have done something wrong with how the money was distributed. I want to just be able to call out the impact and value and sustainability of things so that individuals can understand how they relate with these things. Because as an individual, sometimes you don't even know what economics is. I don't know if you ask people out there on the street. I was asking a guy, do you know what GDP is? He was like, the grand something. I was like, what? You don't know the GDP? Okay, gross domestic product. Do you know what that is? He was like, gross domestic product. I don't know what that is. And you see, this guy does not know how to. But if you ask him, how do you sell tomato? He will tell you, I go to the farm, I grab the tomato, I bring it to the market, and I put it on my plates, and I sell it for 500 naira. He actually knows how to transact, but does not know how to engage with his own country's economy. So how does he know how valuable he is? And this is what the ECHO is trying to bridge. If you as an individual wanted to do something in Nigeria, if you're able to measure yourself based on your environment, based on your community, and based on the organizations that you're giving impact to, you'll be able to know how valuable you are in Nigeria. And then England cannot come and ask you and say, what do you do? You'll be like, have you seen what I do in the environment? Have you seen what I do in communities? Have you seen what I do in that organization? You can't tell me I'm not worthy to do anything now. It moves away from it's based on immigration status now, or it's moving now to how valuable are you for the impact that we need in the world, and how sustainable can you remain if we gave you the chance. That is what we need to start changing the economy to. And so this has to do with mindsets. So ECHO is trying to change mindsets. ECHO is trying to create something I was saying before, interdependence. So we don't want to be dependent anymore. We want to be interdependent. I want to not depend on Google to solve the problem, but I want to be interdependent on Google to provide solutions. And then finally, I want to create a new economy. Simple and short. We just want to create a new economy. If we change the mindsets, we create that interdependence, I think what will come out of that is new economy. And it still comes back down to the point of the 3 levels of ECHO. You connect, you create that collaboration. For what we create, we don't know. Yeah. So again, the mindsets, connected. How are you connected? How are you creating the mind of how to do things? And then the collaboration, which is interdependence. How are we learning? How are we doing? How are we creating? And then what we create is a new economy that we don't know what it will look like, but we're still waiting for it in all our thoughts.
That's a whole lot.
ECHO.
ECHO is a whole lot. And so how do you build and develop talent and elevate people to be at their very best? Because like you said, you meet people every day, and like you said, the mindset sometimes, especially with we Nigerians, is very, very low. A lot of people have low self-esteem. They don't feel like they're worth in the society and economy. So how do you positively impact these people's mindset and make them understand that they can do a lot more than what they're doing presently, because they are the future,
Sure,
there's
sure.
no future without them. So
That's
how
right.
do you positively impact, people's mindsets in general?
Okay, so I try my best. I have a show called Sam Talks on my Instagram. I just put videos and talks out there about the hybrid mindset, how you can think like a hybrid. And thinking like hybrid is thinking like a robot, but don't be a robot. Think like a robot, don't be a robot, which is interesting. So if I talk about the hybrid mindset, I would say if you were a professional, don't just remain a professional, try to work in a church and also be a church person, but also try to pick the trash outside your house so that we're clean. It's the hybrid mindset. Why? Because you're not just focusing on making money, you're focusing on helping some people, but also you're also focusing on helping the earth. In America, they will call me the tree hugger. I'm like, I don't hug trees, but I love plants because they give me oxygen. If you don't think like that, the plant itself will decide not to give you oxygen again, and that's why you have cancer. You're thinking, how did I? It's really interesting. And there was something I put on my social media about the equality, the only equality we share is humanity. We must be able to understand our equity so we can give the right energy. Now, if you don't even understand another person's equity, you won't even know the energy they are giving you. You will think that they are fighting you, not knowing that they are giving you an energy. Again, it's about understanding. So that mindset, the hybrid mindset, I think that everybody should try and see how they can have a hybrid mindset, not a fixed mindset or growth mindset. Because I know the fixed and growth mindset is all they have taught us from learning. Learn this way. If you learn this, it's fixed. If you learn this, grow in it. And if you're learning digitalization now, grow more in digitalization.
Yeah.
Why don't you learn things as you go along? Can we have a hybrid mindset like that, where I'm learning as it's happening, I'm learning what's going on, I'm learning based on the situation that's happening? Why would you be teaching me economics when we're having digital economics? Why would you be teaching me an MBA? I've been saying this for a while. Masters in Business Administration, where we have digital business. Why are you not teaching me masters in digital business administration? Because then I'll be learning about admin systems of different platforms and how to manage that and how to reform it. But we're not being taught the things that are matching. So if you start to think hybrid, you start to see solutions. So again, this is one of the ways that I try to help people. Another way is that if you hang around me, if you're around my
Can't just
I'm sure that my team and people that hang around me can testify. I do not say things. Some people say that they are practical. I think that practicality is just one part. What about the spirituality? So I'm very spiritual in the way I move and the way I say things. So you'll be saying something, I'll be like, let's talk about it transparently. Let's talk about what's inside your head and what's in my head, and then we'll come to the realization of things. So when you're around me, you will be feeling that you can't be feeling less than yourself, and also at the same time, you can do more. But without saying all of this, now I just want to encourage people. I want to encourage them out there. I want to encourage people that there's something about dying. I wrote it on my wall. D-I-E, die. When you die, it's something that people would ask about you. How did you develop? Or maybe it was his father and mother that didn't help him well. How did you develop? That's your D. How did you inspire? What was your inspiration when you developed? Did you develop to become a agbero and was now inspiring other agberos? Or did you develop to become a doctor and inspired other doctors? Take for instance, Chadwick Boseman. Denzel Washington pays for his school fees based on being an actor. He's inspired another actor that inspired even something that we cannot think of. The creation that created out of that collaboration is something we don't even know what it will be now in the minds of young people, about how they're seeing Wakanda and seeing a new Africa. And then the E, empower. After you've developed, you're now inspiring. How are you empowering and giving back? And this I want to even say to parents the most in Africa. The redistribution of your wealth, if you don't distribute it now, we're coming for you like Robin Hood. I just have to say it. So, but I just want to inspire people. I want to encourage them out there that if you can just develop yourself correctly, don't develop yourself for your nation, develop yourself for your family, develop yourself for what is happening, develop yourself for the problem that exists, and just inspire when you're developed. When you know that you know it now, and you know that you're inspire others that do this, or come and let's do this. If you've developed something new, a new project, something, inspire others to join you. And then after you've done that, just empower them with the tools that they can do that. And if you can't empower them, just continue talking. Sometimes they say talk and you cannot do, just continue talking. Talk, because they say you should not talk anymore. It's what they've been telling us in the past. Like as a man now, me, I talk a lot. I just tell you my emotion. Even if you're my babe, I will tell you seriously, you're offending me. I won't be doing the man. So talk it so that people will see what is even in your heart. Because you don't know something. There's something about love that if you love somebody, if you give them the right energy, God that is even love can pass through you to give them the information that you won't even know when you're saying it to them, what they needed. So just talk it, say it to them. Like, so that development and inspiration that you got, just empower them with the talk of it. Like, I learned this, what do you think? I said, what do you think? And so I think before you die, develop, inspire, and empower. That's
beautiful. I'm sure if you guys learned something today, you would have learned this, die. And nobody wants to die, so I'm sure you'll put this in there.
And maybe you won't be scared of dying.
Honestly,
yeah,
because maybe like most people say goats now, people don't actually see goats like goats, they see it as the greatest of all time. So
wow,
this is the new one to add.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah, so before I let you go, I want to know the challenges you face. In ECO, obviously it's not all rosy. Obviously, as much as you're trying to put your ideas out there, you can obviously have things that set you back and everything. So if you care to share with us.
Challenges. So I'll talk about my experience first.
Okay.
One of the experiences I've had launching the ECO was setback and limitation and lack of understanding. Especially when I was in the Western world, I would go to places, I'll tell them about the ECO. They would see it and be like, wow, this is brilliant. I remember I pitched at an event called the Local Genius with Barclays. And after I finished my pitch, the leader came to me and said to me, what if we gave you £1 million for ECO for 49%? Would you do it? I looked at him and I was like, no, sir, I wouldn't do it. And a year after, Barclays left Africa. So, in my experience, I've seen that when you want to create something that would make changes, especially when it's changes that affects the way the norm has been done, you would be faced with that obstacle. You'll be faced with we can't support this. It doesn't match. It doesn't align to our investment plan. We can't support this. It doesn't align to our grants plans. We can't support this because it doesn't align to our governmental political plans. And yeah, that's fine. They didn't understand when Jesus Christ said, "I've come to die for the world." It is normal. So I would use that to encourage people that no matter what you're building right now, as long as you feel convicted, you can feel it in your soul. You feel it in your body that this thing must happen, this change must happen. And don't be doing it selfishly. Think like a hybrid. Is it going to empower the environment? How is it going to help people? And how is it going to help other organizations that are already like me? And you will even start finding connections that you didn't even know exist. Yes. So don't focus on the money. Focus on the impact. Focus on the value. And focus on the sustainability. And value is not money. Even if you are 1 year old, you have value now. Because you could have died and then you have no more value of you. If you are 5 years old, you are value. 5 is already value, it's number. So again, understand what value is. If you are 18 years old, we need you now to do something. If you are 25, we need you now to do something. So understand value is not money, And so my experience, these experiences I've had has defined me. But then the challenges I face are challenges like funding. I want to put that out there. And I know a lot of people face that challenge as well. Funding, they don't have the funding to do what they need, but don't lose hope. Trust me, go and meet your daddy and mommy, beg them, cry, something. Go and meet your pastor or people in church. Just continue talking and screaming about it. Trust me, it will come. Another challenge is with my developers and developers in general. That's because I'm a digital guy. I told you I'm a 3D guy. Digital data and design. And one thing that happened with them is that they know that they're the future, and because of the competition that exists in the world now, it's very competitive to find them. Mandela has taken all of them, but Mandela is owned by Bill Clinton and his crew and his puppets. I don't know how to call that one now. Despicable me. So, how do we get developers to develop for Africa, to develop for Nigeria? Some people are saying now they want to take the developers to do project for the Western people. No, I've not even built technology yet. I want them to build technology with me, so I need more developers. That's one of my challenges. I have just 2 developers. So if you're a developer out there, please, I'll use this means to say to you that please reach out to me. I can't pay you all the money, but I think that if we build something together, you'll be part of a family that would share value. So that's another challenge I've had. Another challenge would be Nigeria. I just have to drop it there. I'm not saying Nigeria is a problem, but Nigerian system, Nigeria hierarchy, bureaucracy, people behavior, limits sometimes a lot of things. If you are not in my circle, I can't help you. If you are not part, if I don't know you, but come on, I think we should start connecting differently. Connect differently. Sometimes when you connect to somebody, you don't know what will happen, but no matter the confrontation or what you're having, no matter your ego you're having with that person, I think sometimes just sit down and just say, what do you think our collaboration could be? Because collaboration, in the definition of it, is working together to achieve a goal. So we might be on the same goal, but we have not just seen our collaboration. So connect for the collaboration. And so I've had that challenge. The challenge sometimes I sit down with some people, and it would just end with like, oh, send me something. Let me see what you got. Or you know what? I don't how you. I was sitting with the strategy director of Chevron, and he'll say to me, "This cannot work. This will not fly. They're not going to let it fly." I'm thinking, is it you, sir? Are you the one? If you are the one, let me know. Are you the one that's not going to let it go? So don't. I personally think that all these challenges that I face when it comes to funding and the people that I need, and then how we're creating Nigeria. I want to use Nigeria. I want to call it Nigeria, because Nigeria, you cannot see Nigeria anywhere else again. Nigeria, the way Nigeria behaves, is only Nigeria that behaves like that in the whole world. Nobody behaves like Nigeria. There's no other case study you can compare to Nigeria. Nigeria is a case study on its own.
It is actually.
But it's a beautiful country, and we have some great potential. I just think that if we can work on that mindset, the interdependence, and how we create things, it will change a lot. So I've had these experiences, I've had these challenges, but it's not stopped me. And my story is deeper and stronger than we've said here today. But I believe that the story would be a testimony that can help us understand that anybody, whoever you are, and no matter your past or what your future holds, can do now to make change. I don't want to know what your future will be. You're going to be the best guy, that's fine. I don't know what your past is, you were the bad guy, okay. But now is what we need. We need now change. So be mindful of what you're doing so that you can actually create the change now. We don't care what you do in the future. We don't care what you have done in the past. I want everybody to start focusing on what are they doing now, because it's the only now we can use to make change. And even start to consciously think about doing something now. I want to encourage everybody out there. If you've not started a business, start a business. Nigeria has the chance to do it. I was in NYC when I came, and the leader brought me to the front of the, and he was telling me to tell them why I think why I came back to Nigeria. And I said to them, Nigeria is exciting. If I made 1 naira from all of you every day, I'll be 200 million naira rich every day. Why don't you make money off your people? Why don't you make value for them, and from them, and see if we don't distribute the wealth differently? And again, I want to speak to parents. I'm not happy with the intergenerational conversation. I think you guys should start having conversations with us differently. That's me.
I think we should have one-on-one conversation with all the parents in Nigeria, because they're so streamlined and they're so focused on one thing,
I think they're hearing me now.
Yeah.
I think they're hearing me now. I'm starting with my dad. I'm starting with my father. They need to hear us. They need to hear us. We can't be having a conversation like we're having it anymore.
Yes, beautiful. You've heard from him, and honestly, it was an engaging and interactive interview, and I loved it. And I learned a lot, honestly. I was inspired. I am inspired, and obviously I'll keep running with everything you said. And please, when next we call you for the show, I hope you're going to come.
Oh yes, wow, as a founder. Maybe I'll come and tell my story when I've already done it. I will change the economy.
So beautiful. Do you want to tell people how they can reach you? People that want to donate, people that want to, they see your course and they like it, they want to run with it.
Yeah.
How can they reach you? Where can they reach you?
Okay, find me. I'm Sam Talks on social media, so you can contact me on any social media, Sam Talks. And on Twitter, I'm Sam Talks Hybrid. So if you just type Sam Talks, you find me. I'm there. The Echo is for the Echo, so we do it for the Echo. So on any social media, even the websites is for the Echo. FORTTHEECO. So fortheecho.com. You can go on there. You can read our story. And one thing we put on this story there is that you can tell us one thing you're doing that's making change in the environment, community, and organization. We want to be able to give you an award at the summit that we're planning coming forward, and we'll also give you some cash prize to start your business if this innovation or idea you have is something that can make change in the community. We're doing that already. We have eco food, we have eco fashion, which are just little people coming together and creating the type of fashion we want to see, the type of food we want to see. We even have the Go Eco Logistics that help us deliver stuff. But we're creating the type of business we want to see through people, not just sound, just people setting it up. So let us know what you're doing on there. Fill the form out through the platform, and we'll reach out to you. But at the same time, if you want to help us, support us, reach out to us. There's a donate button on there. You can just donate as much as you can to our social cause, and so we can actually get the platform out there as soon as possible. We believe that as soon as the platform is out there, people start to see the change that they can do.
Beautiful. You had him. You know, you want to contact him, follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Are you on Facebook as well?
Yes, Samuel on Facebook. Yes, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Find me, Sam Charles for the Echo. I am right there. Yes.
Beautiful. Hope you guys had fun on today's episode, because I did. You want to catch us next time on the Founder's Story. It is still Hawks Radio, and I am Oluwatosin, and have a great day ahead. Bye for now.
Thank you, Tosin.
Yeah, let's take a picture.
For sure.